The latest move last night.
Oh, hey, Ryan Reynolds.
What did you think when you saw, Ryan, make light of the situation? I guess try to find some humor in all this.
I'm unaware of anybody, frankly, whose wife has been sexually harassed and has made jokes about that type of situation. I can't think of anyone who's done anything like that. And so it surprised me whether we would be willing to go to mediation and whether we were open to that. Our answer to that was no. We're not willing to do anything until Justin is cleared of being called a predator, of being called a sexual harasser. Until that is determined to have not happened, we will be doing this.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're doing so well wherever you are in this crazy, crazy world. Now, I know a couple that may not be doing too well on this Tuesday morning. I was thinking that we were going to have the amendment yesterday on the 17th from Blake and Ryan, but of course it was President's Day. That is a holiday, so potentially we will be getting their amended complaint today, the 18th. So I will have my eyes out there for it. However, we do have a response from Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman. I just love how he works. He's a bulldog. He doesn't give a F. He's very confident over this entire situation. So we'll talk about his response. Also, I feel as if, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's been backlash to Blake and Ryan going out to the SNL 50th anniversary special that they did because it's in poor taste. You're out here where you're claiming in your complaint that you're so distraught, it's harming your daily life, you can't get out of bed, yet you somehow manage to get dressed up to the nines. Blake looked amazing. She didn't look distraught at all. Get up, put on your finest, go walk a carpet and sit in a crowd of your peers. Now, we know that you just wanted to let the public know that you're still an A-list star, you're still in the industry, that you're not shunned, that you can still make a splash and you have all these wealthy, famous people around you. It's so funny because I was looking at that video and a lot of the other commentary, the video of Ryan doing his poorly planned joke. And of course I focused in on Blake's reaction, but right above her, you see Kevin Costner, who is like not having it. He's like, his face is like, what the F is going on here? He's looking down at Blake, like trying to see her reaction like the rest of us. He was just not amused at all. And there was a lot of people in the room who didn't chuckle either. It really seemed like there was forced laughter. And of course, the question is, why are you making light over a situation in which your wife is claiming that she was whatever. She was inappropriately handled by this man that you literally tried to ruin his life. So it's not a laughing matter. It shouldn't have been a chance for you all to try to clear the elephant out of the room. You shouldn't have went, especially when you're claiming that your life is in shambles because of this. But because they have so much ego and pride, and I'm going to be pointing this at Ryan, a little bit of Blake, because I've seen how she's moved throughout the years, especially with all the different interviews and stories that have come out in the past weeks. But it was very arrogant, very ego-driven for y'all to get up and go to this event when you literally ruined a man's life for no reason. You're having claims of SA and SH, and this is right before you're about to have your amendment out. It's not smart. Who are advising these people? Because at every move, it's poor planning. They're not thinking it out all the way through. It's like they're making these impulse decisions and they're like, okay, this sounds great. On the surface, we're showing that we're connected. We're still together as a couple. We still have our industry friends. We're not shunned. So yeah, on the surface, it looks like that. But like when you dig deeper, it's like, why the hell are you there? And why are you making jokes when you're going through a whole situation which you're claiming that you're so distraught over being SH'd? Yet you're smiling and cheesing on a red carpet. While this man, he's with his family. He was photographed out with his family going to get ice cream and shit. like a normal person. The optics of that are just not helpful for Blake and Ryan. I do not know what their team is doing. They are misdirecting them at every move. They need to sit tight, say and do nothing. Unless you want to provide the smoking fucking gun and all the evidence that what you're claiming is accurate. Because at this point, you're being killed in the court of public opinion. And it seems like that's what y'all care about the most, to get up and go to this SNL event and think that you were going to like show us. No, that backfired in a major, major way. Brian Friedman has also made it very clear that they are uninterested, him and Justin, they're uninterested on any mediation, any settling until his name is cleared. That is the point of this. Yes, it has a very hefty price tag on it because they tried to ruin his life and he's trying to come after their wealth. I think combined that, what is it, like $650 million between the New York Times and the lawsuit against Blake and Ryan. That's a lot of effing money. He's trying to take their wealth because they tried to take his livelihood, which in turn takes away him supporting his family, which is beyond fucked up. So they're not interested in settling. They're not interested in any of that. So the only way this is going to be put to bed is them going to court, hashing it out, and somebody getting a hefty payday, or Blake and Ryan settling. And it seems as if Blake and Ryan are staying on this ego-driven path and refusing to settle. There's stuff that they keep digging and digging. I'm telling you, the more this plays out in the press and media and the more time that Blake and Ryan take not to settle this, the more people are going to dig. I just saw some shit come up on TikTok where they're claiming, allegedly, I have to say allegedly, this girl is claiming that potentially Jessica Biel fell pregnant by Ryan while he was with Alanis Morissette. A whole thing, okay? Is it verified? Could it be complete gossip fodder? All of that, yes. But the point is, they are digging. And the more that they dig, especially in Ryan's past, because it seems like he has had a track record of not being the best guy in relationships, being super controlling, cheating, like he's just not a good boyfriend. So they're going to keep digging. And I don't think it's good for either one of them. I've seen them dig up pictures of Blake Lively pre-plastic surgery that I have never seen. Whew, my goodness. If I were her, I would not want those pictures circulating. I think that they need to really bite the bullet on this, humble themselves, which I know is like a foreign concept to them, but like they're gonna have to do it or they're gonna destroy themselves. Like that is what they're doing at this point, because their strategy is not working. If they thought that this was somehow, them releasing these HR complaints, that Sony has already verified they had no complaints. They have shopped these HR complaints out to various different publications, huge publications. Nobody wanted to touch them. They thought that being released on the day of SNL 50th anniversary, it was going to give them positive press, and then they were going to walk this carpet and everything was going to be redeemed for them. No, it did the exact opposite. Nobody believed those complaints because Sony had already said that there was none. And you walking that carpet only showed that you're trying to bully this man further and try to show him up. It's mind-boggling for people to be this wealthy and have access to people who should know how to handle these situations, and they completely boggle it. It's like the royal family early last year when they were dealing with the Princess of Wales and her cancer situation, and their PR team was just botching it at every freaking move. And it's like, y'all have access and the money to be able to get the best teams. What is going on?
It's recording.
Okay. Cat's out of the bag. I'm shocked we've kept this a secret for so long. In 2 weeks, my show is coming out, which I'm so excited for. and also my business, which I think there's been a lot of curiosity about. Last year, I had thought, you know what, American Riviera, that sounds like such a great name. It's my neighborhood, it's a nickname for Santa Barbara, but it limited me to things that were just manufactured and grown in this area. Then Netflix came on, not just as my partner in the show, but as my partner in my business, which was huge. So I thought about it, and I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022, and this is the moment. And it's called As Ever. As Ever essentially means as it's always been. And if you followed me since 2014 with the TIG, you know I've always loved cooking and crafting and gardening. This is what I do, and I haven't been able to share it with you in the same way for the past few years, but now I can. So as things are starting to trickle out there, I wanted you to hear it from me first. Of course, there will be fruit preserves. I think we're all clear at this point that jam is my jam. But there's so many more products that I just love that I use in my home, and now it's time to share it with you. So I can't wait for you to see it. Thanks, guys.
It's recording.
Okay.
Okay, in other news, if you watch this channel, you know that I like to follow along with the royal family and Harry and Meghan. Okay, so big news is obviously she's over on IG and she's utilizing it fantastically. We are getting information directly from her. Super authentic, and I absolutely love it. So last year, I would say mid last year, she released a IG and a website called American Riviera Orchard. It's a mouthful, quite honestly. And throughout the year, we saw that she was sending out baskets. It had little jams, different preservatives. It was a cute little basket she was sending out to friends and family. So then it all kind of went quiet. Nothing was ever released on the site. We didn't really get any other post on the IG account. So we were like, okay, maybe she's focusing on other things. There is a lot going on. She has her Netflix show that we know is going to be releasing here next month, early next month, that I'm looking forward to. So then she drops today via a video announcing that she has changed over her brand from American Riviera Orchard over to As Ever, which is a rebrand that I think is just spot on because it encompasses more so her than like an area. This is more about her. It's her sign off. It's authentically Meghan Markle. So I love the whole title rebrand change. As Ever is perfect. And she's going to be hosting food, journaling, gardening, whatever it is that she wants to do underneath this umbrella brand. And she's in connection, she's partners in business with this, with Netflix. For all of the people who tried to say that she's ruined her connection and her relationship with Netflix, not only are they working with her production company Archwell, they are in business with her for As Ever, which is going to be releasing multiple different products, not just jam. Okay? So we know this girl has buying power. Anything that she puts on, anything that she wears, it sells out just like that. People are so interested in her, whether they love to hate her or they enjoy her. She gets attention, she gets clicks, she gets views, which transfers to money. So I think that this was a great direction for her to go in, for them to just stop with the American Riviera Orchard and rebrand As Ever. And it's not a failure. Sometimes you create something and you realize, all right, that's not exactly what I wanted it to relay. It's not the message or the branding that I was really wanting. So you go back to the drawing board, you rework it, and you come up with something new. And that's what she did. And I'm loving that they already have a site again. And it's absolutely beautiful. It looks like this picture was taken out on the land. And above it, they have their emblem that looks like it was customized and designed. You see Meghan running, and it looks like little Lily is there with her. It's just a crisp, pristine, classic image. And I really think that this is where they needed to go. And then to have her doing this video announcement, and Harry, you hear him at the end, so it's like he's kind of recording it. It's just so real. It's just so freeing. And she's fresh faced. There's not a stitch of makeup on her. Her hair is not done. It's pulled back. It looks like she's in the garden doing her thing. And I don't know why people are mad at that. because she's living a life that a lot of people would love to live. And I think that they are envious. And so they spout their hate because they feel like she's living a life in which, for whatever reason, they think she doesn't deserve, that it should be them over her. This is a hardworking woman. She was not born with a silver spoon in her mouth. She wasn't, brought up. She wasn't brought up and positioned and placed in front of a man for the sole purpose of marriage and trying to intertwine your way into the royal family and become the next queen. So I just feel like it has to be envy that she is living this life out there in Montecito, that she got the Prince Charming, the one that has the heart, the one that has the bravery, the one that has the soul and the charisma and the looks still. Although, Harry, please, because I saw him out there at Invictus Games, I really want Harry to either go with hair plugs or to shave it all off. And I need him to do it before William gets up the courage to do it. Because I don't want him to be a follower. I want him to be a trendsetter. I really want him to either shave it all off or get some fucking hair plugs. And there's going to be no judgment either way from me. It's going to cause a splash. People are going to be talking about it. But it's going to look good as hell. And they want to say that it's all about vanity, whatever. Men can also want to look their best as well. So if they want to get some dang on hair plugs to give them more confidence and they're not freaking, balding on the top, they should be able to do that. And it shouldn't be something that's shamed. Go over to Turkey and get it done. That's what I want for Harry. That's my only complaint. But yeah, I'm just very proud of Meghan and just regrouping, rebranding, realizing American Riviera Orchard wasn't it, and then finding it. And that's completely okay. Learning how to pivot and keep going on. I think that's a lesson that we can all have. I think it's a good thing. So just wanted to share that with you all, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.